Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lizzie. I post a lot of beauty related content here, and in the month of February I feel like I'm gonna have a video every day near enough, so get ready for that because I'm so ready for it. But in this video it is a special video again because I'm collabing with the lovely Makeup with Alixkate. If you don't know who she is, then you've been living under a rock, because if you watch my stuff you know that I post a lot of Revolution stuff, and well, Alix is like the queen of Revolution. So yeah, if you don't know who she is, then go and check her out straight after this video. I'm going to link her down below, but we are both collabing on Roxi's new collab with Revolution. So she has this like all you can need, is it all you need? Yeah, the all you need like brush and sponges. Then she has these amazing eyelashes. Like, I'm not the most adventurous person when it comes to eyelashes, but these I might just get on with because the lash band is very, very thin. And when she wore them in her video, they seemed very wispy and very natural. So I'm hoping I like these. They say they're cruelty free and vegan. I think the whole range is, because I know that Roxi's a vegan, so hopefully the whole range is. Because the next item is a eyeliner pen. Now, you know what I feel about eyeliner pens, especially felt tips. They have to be on point because I love a good wing liner. Just look at this. Can you see her name? This is her felt tip eyeliner pen. Then lastly, we have the eyeshadow palette. So it comes in a box just like it gives me like Revolution Pro New Neutrals kind of vibe. So the cardboard is kind of raised, and then once you open it up, this is what it looks like. Again, the packaging is raised. It's really nice, but not on the back. The back is just smooth, but the front is raised. And then it obviously has her logo on the front. And then this is what the inside looks like. It is absolutely stunning. There's some cool tones on this side, some warm tones on this side. So it's absolutely lovely. I feel like this collection's a little bit more grown up than her previous collection. Like, I do have a couple of items from the previous collection that we're going to be using because why not? So we've got her highlight palette and contour palette. I've got her liquid lip set, and then I've got the infamous blush palette. So like, I feel like this new collection is a bit more elegant and a bit more grown up, so that is why I'm absolutely excited for it. So yeah, I feel like we should test out the eyeshadow palette first. Now, I do love the collab palettes a little bit better than normal Revolution palettes because the pigmentation is usually just a little bit more on point. So obviously I feel like we have to swatch this palette. So the names are really nice. So you've got like Fairy Lights, Chill, Toasty, Movie Night, Dazzle, Marshmallow, Fog, Cozy. They're really nice names, and it seems that, I think she said in her video that you get 3 types of formulas in here. So you get like your normal shimmer, then you get a couple of pressed glitters actually. I think you get 2, and then you've got like your mattes, and she has the infamous R's all written into the matte shades like she has in her blush and in her eyeshadow palettes. So yeah, let's just start swatching. They are super, oh my god, creamy. So this is, oh, I've not done like the best swatches, but we've got the first row here. Maybe I'll add, it's because it's a gold and it's like a really pale matte. Like, the matte is like my skin tone, and then the gold is just like, again, it's really hard to see it. Obviously we've got like this peach, but the darker colour swatched really well. And we've got a, oh wow guys, please be careful when swatching this palette. Things move around a lot. So we've got like the glitter and that shade there. Okay, these are really not the best swatches. Look, I've messed up my palette already. Look at that, look at that. Oh, this next matte shade looks right up my alley. Again, we've got another glitter. We've got, you can see that? Yeah. I don't know if it's me or if they're just not swatching as great as they could. I think you need like a few dips in there. There we go. So that is the second row. The first row I just did a horrendous job of swatching. I feel like this last row is going to be my favourite. Like, look at that. Yeah, they're swatching so much better. So that is the last row. So they have swatched, I'd say, pretty well. I think the first row is just very pale colours, and then as you get to the darker ones there is a lot more pigmentation in this palette. So yeah, for my eye look, I'm thinking of going something very light, but then you never know, I might change my mind. So I love how you can proper tell like the pinks are over here and the warmer tones are here. Or do I just go for a classic gold eye, or do I go classic pink? What do I do? I think I'm going to start with this shade here called Nap Time. It's a very me shade. I love how you can bend the mirror to go on the back. Before we start, let's use some of these brushes. This retailed for 18 quid. I'm not normally a brush tack kind of person. Like, I don't usually buy Revolution brushes because I am the biggest brush snob there is. So this better live up to expectations, let's just say that. So I am going to start off with, they've got her little logo on and everything, the more fluffier brush, I feel like, because I really want to disperse that colour like in my crease. So we're going to take this brush, a lot of kickback in that pan, but you know, I'm not mad at it. I never am. Brushes do feel similar like to my peaches and cream brushes, like that kind of weight. A little bit of fallout, but only the tiny bit, and that colour is incredible. It's not too dark and it's blended out really nicely. I feel like I haven't done a pink look in a little while. It proper matches my headband as well. Such a dark and gloomy day outside. I don't even know if there was any point in me opening my window. That's a pretty shade. But it's the darkest, coolest pink. I feel like there should have been like one more darker pink in here. So I'm going to take a warm tone colour called Leaves, and I'm going to put that in the outer corner just to deepen it up. And I'm going to use the same brush because this brush is working really well. My god guys, as I'm filming this, I have 3 Colourpop orders in Heathrow. I love Colourpop, I'm telling you. I'm like focusing my time on Colourpop at the moment because I'm just infatuated with the brand now that I know I can get it. And then my good old wrinkle over here is not working out properly. This is just such a light look. I'm not doing anything over the top. These are the ones I got off a Depop. They're very cute and like £1 or £2. Blend it up a little bit. Gonna add a little bit more of that shade Leaves onto my lid. Feel like I need a little more. Then I'm gonna take the smaller brush and go back into Nap Time. It's another like fluffy blending brush, but it's definitely a little bit more smaller. I'm just gonna blend out this over here. There's so much dust with this palette, so please be careful. This is a very me palette, but it's a palette that I feel like Revolution have got these colours in already, but I love the fact that they're together. Like, I would use these warm tones and I would use these pinks. And I think I want to use a lid shade, but what lid shade? I think we should go in with Cozy down here. Now I'm going to use my finger first because I want to put the glitter over the top. It's very pretty. It's just a pretty palette, I must admit. I'm gonna take this Devoted to My Base P. Louise brush. I don't think I actually got on with this, and I'm going to take that shade Dazzle. Oh, it's picking up a lot on the brush. So this glitter here, and just put that all over my lid. Oh, I've put too much on my brush, but wow. Can you see the difference between this eye and this eye? That glitter was needed. Kind of press it into your lid as well instead of swiping. I feel like that works better. Just gonna grab my eyeshadow just clean it up a bit, my eyelash brush. Eyebrow. Grab most of these particles off my face. I got some on my mouth. This is what we're looking like right now. I'm proper in love with this palette, like really in love with it. It looks amazing. So I feel like I'm done with the palette. I am, for now. And I want to talk about the eyeliner. So this is, I want to say £5. Let me just check my order. So the felt liner was £5. So that's quite good. Oh my god. Look how black that is. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. What I usually do before I do eyeliner is grab a wipe and do the shape that I want first, and that really helps me because let's just face it, I'm not great like naturally at makeup. I don't have a steady hand, so any tips and tricks I use is because I know they work for me. The first thing I like to do now that I've made the shape is go like that and drag down. I think I've gone a little bit too high here, but you know, can always salvage these. And then on my eyelid. Of course. I don't even live near an airport. I don't know why I keep hearing bloody, what are they called? Aeroplanes. That actually doesn't look too bad. Sorry, the rain keeps making me feel like there's birds outside. Now the trick is to get the other one exactly the same. And it's gone on so well over this glitter. Oh, I've knocked a few glitter particles off. Obviously one has to be much higher than the other. I might try and see what I can do. I'm really in love with this. I've just got to clean up the edges again with my baby wipe. Okay, I don't claim to be very good at eyeliner, but that eyeliner literally has a thumbs up from me. It's a very liquidy eyeliner, like, so it does feather a little bit, but with me I usually do my eyeliner like straight after my eyeshadow before I do my base, so I can easily just clean it up a little bit because I am very messy. But £5, this eyeliner is amazing, and it feels really heavy, like there's a lot of product in there, because you know I really love my Maybelline one, which if I can find it, can't, is very thin and doesn't have too much weight to it, and this feels like it's gonna last a very long time. So for £5 I really like it, and I love that she's like got her name embossed in gold. Like, it's just stunning, absolutely stunning. Highly recommend this. So far the palette is doing really well, and now we're gonna go and look at why my eyeshadow don't look too great up here, but I'll put foundation over. We have two sponges and they actually look like exactly the same, so I'm going to put one back in here. It looks nice, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it in the bathroom and take my phone with me and record, so you guys can see what it's like when I add water to it, and then we can come back and put this on my face. But so far, pretty impressed with what I've used so far. It's quite thick, but it's grown quite quickly. Wow. Now let's go compare it with the other one. As you would have seen, this one actually went quite big, and this is the original size, so it has actually grown in comparison quite nicely, and it's really soft. Feels like the green one from the I Heart Fridge set that I really liked. So just gonna put a bit of my NYX Honey Jumia. When you've got like so much in there, it like drips everywhere. Let's see my all-time favorite foundation, L'Oreal True Match, how it compares, or how it applies, not even compares. So Jess just texted me and said this has a weird smell to it. It does. When I first smelled it, it does, before I dampened it, but now that I've dampened it, I can't smell anything. Blending out really nicely. I'm sorry, but you're going to hear this on my mic now because it's quite close, but it's blending out really nice. It's not white anymore, like it's not soaking up too much product, it's not leaving weird marks on my face. I have got a piece of hair here, and I'm a proper beauty blender snob. Like, I love my beauty blender. It is melting into my skin nicely. Okay, pretty impressed with this sponge. It's not as like flexible as the beauty blender, but I would use this day to day, and it is a nice little dupe for a beauty blender, like a nice cheap, or Real Techniques actually. Put a bit of my Conceal and Define in C1, which is way too light, but I don't actually have C5 on me at the moment, which is a better shade for me. Blending out nicely. I feel like a ghost right now. And you can really manipulate the sponge to suit like the contours of your face, so I really like it. So we have two more brushes that I haven't used. So like this brush that looks like it could be good for blusher, so I'm going to save that for blush. And then this one, which could be good for like packing on powder under your eye, so that's what I'm going to use it for. Use my Rimmel Stay Matte. To be fair, it is like an odd shaped brush, but you know, let's just use it under the eyes. Yeah, it's a bit too small for under my eyes, but maybe it'd be good as like packing on powder on your eyelids. Alright, let's grab her highlight and contour palette, and I'm going to bronze, not contour because I don't contour, with this shade here. See how nice that shade is? I quite like this colour. Then let's take her blush palette, go into my favourite shade down here, which is number 6. See how this does as a blush brush? So I feel like it should be, wow, it should be like a, I don't know, could do for bronzer, but it's like a powder shape, so it could have been thicker. I'll dust some off on my hand. Yeah, it's applying blush quite nicely. Now you know I have to take this highlight right here all over my face. It's not as gold as the highlights I'm used to, but it is a lovely shade. Out of this palette, it is my favourite. Okay, it looks so much better now that I've added a couple of layers. It's a definite me shade. This is what we're looking like right now. We need an inner corner highlight. I'm going for the first shade called Fairy Lights. Now, this is where we get to test out the last detail brush in the set. So let's take that for Fairy Lights. Put that on my inner corner. It's not the greatest brush for inner corner. I feel like this would be good for your eyelid. There we go, it's working now. You really got to dig this brush in, but that's just because it's not really made for this kind of detail. So that's the eyes done. Now we're going to be using these eyelashes, which look incredible. So let me just measure one onto my eyelid and see just how big they are. They're very soft and fluttery. The eyelashes were £8. I think I might cut a tiny bit off. I hate cutting eyelashes like this. Ardell's I don't mind because they're cheaper, but I've only cut like one little wisp off. Yep, that's much better. Okay, I'm going to apply these off camera because they're going to take me 10 years. And then come back, I'm going to put on one of these liquid lips as well and come back with the finished thoughts, and we can review this whole collection. But I think you can kind of get my feelings on this collection already. These are the most loveliest eyelashes I've ever used in my whole life, but they were hell to put on. And I don't like when eyelashes are too hard for me to put on because I really struggle anyway. But I just want to do under my eyes. I feel like let's go in with that pink nap time and just keep that pink look going. Really like it. I did put Tokyo from the lip set on my lips. First time I put a liquid lip on without a liner. Not too bad, not too bad. But let's start reviewing the stuff here. The eyelashes, £5, no, £8. These were actually quite nice. The band, that's the word, the band was a little bit like cardboard feeling. It was a weird feel, but I just trimmed it down slightly and they fit my eye shape quite nicely. I must admit, these are the most dramatic lashes I've ever worn in my whole life. Like, I can feel them on my eyes. But if that's the kind of lash you like, you're gonna love these. These will be amazing for nights out when we eventually can go out. So I love the packaging. Like, the packaging is really cute, and I'm gonna keep these in these packaging until I've used these up. Now that I know I can put them on, it's gonna drive me to start wearing more dramatic lashes that I have in my collection. The eyeliner, £5, is a bloody steal. I absolutely love this eyeliner. Again, the packaging is very, very cute, very on brand, very elegant. It was easy to use. It does feather out a little bit because it is very liquidy, but it is very, very black. Like, this shade is perfect for those wing liners that you guys would love to put on, because I love wing liner, and that was absolutely amazing. It is very wet formula, so I think over time hopefully it should dry down. Then we have the eyeshadow palette. This retails for £15. £15 is, it's kind of getting a joke with how expensive Revolution is becoming, especially that I can now ship in, oh, that's my phone, sorry, ship in Colourpop. So say I bought 4 of these for 60 quid, that's 4 palettes. I could ship in Colourpop basically the same 4, 5, sometimes 6 palettes, a whole full face, for like 55 quid. So it's getting to a point where the money side of things is getting a bit too expensive, but the packaging is very elegant. I love it. I love this, like, the colors worked really well. They blend in nicely. The glitter is amazing. You don't need a glitter glue unless you really want to stick it on there, because otherwise it's very messy. So do your eye makeup before you do your face. And lastly, let's talk about this £18 brush set. Now, these sponges are lovely. I really love the sponges. I will absolutely be using them again and again in the future. You're going to see them in future videos because I proper love them. The detail brush was nice, but obviously I wasn't able to use that in a proper way. I'm sure it'd be good for like cut creases and stuff like that. So for now, it's not a brush that I would reach for. The 2 blending brushes were really nice. I wish they were a little bit more fluffier, but they worked amazingly. The brush for under my eye, I'm just not going to use it. Like, it's just not a brush I'm going to reach for. I used it for under my eyes. It worked perfectly, but the brush that I usually use for under my eyes is this one here, and it's just a little bit more longer, so it fits like right in the triangle instead of just fitting right under the eyes. It might be good if you're setting concealer on your eyelids. That might be a good way to use that brush, but for me, it's just not a brush I'm gonna reach for. The brush that I use for blush, now that brush is really nice. I think that would be a good bronzer brush, to be fair. For blush, you really have to dot on your hand the rest of the product because it does pack a lot of product onto it. But overall, I really do like this collection, and I'm glad I bought the eyelashes and the eyeliner. Like, I highly would buy that all again if I wasn't reviewing it for my video. The brush set, I literally just want the sponges. So £18 for 2 sponges is just not cutting it for me. But I'm glad I've got them. I could easily have just bought that set if I wasn't reviewing it and sell the single brushes on. I do really love the eye brushes, the fluffier ones. Those are really nice. But the other brushes are just not me. So £18 for what? 5 brushes, 2 sponges. It's a little over what, £1.50 each? Yeah, maybe £2 each, something along the lines. So it's just, not that it's a thumbs down, it's not something I would have purchased if I didn't want to review it, if that makes sense. But please go and check out Alix's video. I would love to know what she's done, because at this moment her collection hasn't dispatched just yet, but I cannot wait to see what she does with this collection. I'm super intrigued, and you guys need to go and subscribe to her if you haven't. I'm going to link her video down below, her channel and all that good stuff. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please smash a huge thumbs up, subscribe down below, because guys, just to let you know, I am so close to being monetized. I've reached the 4,000 hours. I've reached 4,000 hours in a year. I just need to reach the 1,000 subscribers, and I'm so close. And I would really appreciate it if you can subscribe, because I'm just going to mention it here. I think I might do a Patreon group once I hit 1k. I'm putting it out there now. I'm manifesting it. So yeah, please subscribe down below. It would mean the world to me. Go and check Alix's video out, and I will catch you in the next one. I'll see you soon, guys. Bye.